And hey, hi everyone. Welcome once again to another episode of Unpacking. As always, is FifiSqueaks, the mouse girl and the house girl. My pronouns are she, her, and we are here to play some games. So, last time we finished one level and started a new one, which I've heard nothing but how frustrating this level is. So, I'm going to unpack the level and try to figure it out. So, let's jump right in. Now, what we learned from last time, and what I suspected, is that this is a home for two people. Because we have, let's see, we have the double bed. We have the double bed. We have clothing that doesn't quite match the fashion that we've known about our girl here. And we've also got books and hobby things that don't match with what we know. We also have a few other items that I thought about, and let's see if I can pull it out so that we can look at it. Because specifically, we have the, like, I'm guessing this is like a home pregnancy kit, and like, pads, So I'm wondering, or I'm honestly wondering if there's like an unhappy home here. Now, we're gonna find out more as we go, but let's go ahead and try to unpack, get everything situated and put together so that we can actually get a move on. Now, I was told that what we can do with this, the diploma, is put it onto a shelf. And I would like to give some big props over to, actually, oh, here's my phone. No, I missed my phone. I had all my notes on my phone. So, hey, be right back, everyone. Okay, and I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Now, so I just wanted to give some big thanks to the new subscribers to the channel, because I do see that, and I appreciate you coming by. I hope that you enjoy your time here, because, I work really hard to make this a fun channel for the types of games that I like to play. But right now, I do want to give credit to Joshua Workman, who, thank you for this comment, which should be appearing right now. And where you said that you think the diploma can be put, go on the only available wall by the closet. So let's try to find it. Now, what gets me though is that, like, you would think that I could be able to just put it right on the wall here, but it doesn't look like there's any place applicable, really. So we know this is the... What? Wait. No. No, I can't... Okay. I was about to say, who would put their diploma in the bathroom? Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that maybe I'm just being silly, but there's got to be an obvious place to put it in the bedroom, right? I'll leave it here for now. Now, what I have been told is that this is a laptop, and this is the kind of laptop that I see our girl using. Also, now that I think about it, isn't it kind of sad that she has to do all of her work on the kitchen table? Like, doesn't she have a private workspace for art anymore? There we go. So that made some room. And I have no idea what this is. Like, what is this exactly? I know this is a dice. I believe this is a dicer. You put your vegetables on top, dice them up. Uh, honestly, I'm kind of stumped on what the items are. And of course we have this. So let's move some stuff around. And I think, if I'm correct, all right, so now the kitchen is actually fixed up. But yeah, it just feels kind of miserable to me that she doesn't have her own space to work on her art. Because, you know, art is really important to our girl here. I'm saying Amy because I'm thinking about the Let's Play that I'm doing on Shardlight. So, if we have a towel, we could put it here. All right, well, let's go into the other rooms. I'm going to actually start with the bedroom. Okay, well, I guess that works. What about this diploma? Yeah, I mean, looking at this, it definitely feels like a space that is being shared, you know? But I get the feeling that this is very much not a happy home. And I was told that I should keep an eye out on the details to try to help me determine what I'm looking at. So, you know, in the comments below, feel free to let me know if I missed anything specific. Oh, and here are art supplies. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, well, we found a place for that, because that was the biggest item, to be honest. Now, what else do we have? We have more books. Since we know that these don't work there, let's remove these. Our art supplies. And we'll put our books here. Yeah, alright, so now we've made some room. And now we need room for one more book. Great, we're making room, we're doing good, we're doing well. Oh, and also, I want to say thank you also for Clay. Clay once again coming in clutch to explain that the purple thing is a that I thought looked like a stapler was a hair straightener. Now the reason I grew up in a family with a lot of curly haired people, so I don't use hair straighteners because we love our curly hair. So that was the furthest thought from my mind. But you know, again, I appreciate you pointing that out. Now, where do we put the art supplies? Well, the hair straightener obviously goes in the bathroom, so let's go ahead and put that somewhere. No, not there. Wait, what'd I do? Electrical laser? No! No! I am very amused that a complete and utter accident got me that. Now let's move some of this stuff out of the way. What is this, actually? Oh, it's a comb. Okay. There we go. So we got that done. But now this feels like really empty, but you know what? It's fine. There's nothing in the kitchen we need to bother with, so we don't need to worry about that. Where do we put the pens and pencils? Alright, so it's not doesn't belong there. So I'm gonna say this. My dad and I disagree on a lot of things. I've talked with members of my community about this, but about my disagreements with my dad, so I'm not going to get too far into it. But what I will say is that one thing that never... Can I put this here? Yes, I can. And one thing that never sat right was the fact that, like, my dad often had... yeah, this is like somebody else's stuff. Oh, nice little news jingle. Anyway, so most of the usable space from parents was taken up by my mom's stuff, and my dad ended up just basically using like a little foot locker at the foot of his bed. And so he never really had room for his own stuff. And that sucks, don't get me wrong. Now, again, he and I have very big disagreements on very important things to me. So we're never ever going to see eye to eye, but it's something I think about from time to time. Also, based on all this music stuff, and the fact that we can't move any of the music stuff, but most of the stuff we can, I get the feeling that maybe our character met up with a band member, you know, like with a musician. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like that the diploma is the only thing wrong left. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, so my dad pretty much had to live his entire life out of a Foot Locker, you know, like his clothes and a lot of his stuff. Like his collectibles were kind of just shoved into the corner. So I always felt bad for him growing up. Now again, it doesn't excuse some of his shit opinions, but that's not for me to discuss. Honestly, it's a lot more than I thought I ever... excuse me. It's a lot more than I thought I'd ever discuss on stream, you know, or on a video. But yeah, where did this diploma? You know, we're gonna pause here while I try to figure this out, so be back in a moment, everyone. Okay, and we're back. Now, let's actually talk about this for a little bit, because this level absolutely upsets me because of, as I discussed, it seems like there's very little space for our character to work with. Like, the bar... You know what? I have to wonder something. Okay. I mean, look at this. Like, we had these dumbbells for like 6-7 years now in this game, and it doesn't really fit there, you know? Like, whoever this person is that we're living with, they're dominating most of the space. Like, there's so much stuff that we can't really use, and it's just extremely upsetting to see. But yeah, where could the diploma go? Because I've tried putting it on all the walls. The only wall I could put it on is the bathroom. And that's not correct. I can't flip it around unless it's on the ground. Wait. Wait. No. No, 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 no. It can't be that, right? We can't have to put the diploma under something. No. No, unpacking, don't do this to me. No, this doesn't get a star? What the? Oh, this sucks. Look at this. She has no room for art. Everything's just kind of shoved into a corner. Oh, no. I'm not happy about this. Oh. Oh, that sucks. Barely managed to fit myself in here. Like, she's with someone and she... sorry, I stepped away from my mic, but she is living here with someone and she doesn't have any space for herself. Oh. Oh. That's a fun feature. That is a very fun feature, actually. Oh, this is going to take a while, so... Oh, never mind. This sucks. ...2012, so it's 2 years later. Cool Duck! Cool Duck's back! Alright, I'm sorry, I got way too happy about... Wait a minute, hold on. Is this the room from the very first level? Hold on. Oh. Our girl doesn't have, had to move out. She had to move back home. Oh, that sucks. I don't like this. At least her Tamagotchi's still here. And listen to how sad the song is. This is not a happy girl. Oh, no, no, no. Amy, I keep saying Amy because I'm thinking about Charlotte, but... Oh, no. She doesn't have a kitchen space to work with anymore. So, I have actually experience with this. So, when I was living with family, I shouldn't say when I was living, but when I graduated from college, I found a job shortly thereafter working as a teacher, 9th grade English to be specific. And so I moved out. I moved to a house that admittedly, it was too much house for someone just coming out of college, for just one woman out of college. But it was hard because I never had that kind of level of responsibility. So um, times were tough, and I actually struggled to make ends meet and all that. Especially because I will 100% take fault that I was kind of wasteful with my money. So I didn't really save like I should or really plan ahead. I didn't have a budget. And so when I finally got my life together, like I was doing odd jobs. I was working at a call center. I was doing writing work as a marketing blogger. And eventually I finally got my big break. I was at a point when I was making like $4,000 a month, which I know is not a lot compared to inflation, but I only had that like level of income for 3 months because COVID happened. COVID happened, and I lost my marketing job because obviously no one was doing events like concerts, whatnot, and so I was struggling, and I almost. So I don't want to get too melancholy right now for this game, especially after that reveal. But I was struggling with making ends meet, and obviously that meant that the bills were going unpaid, and my heat died because the boiler broke and I didn't have the money to fix it. So I had to make the hard choice to basically short sell the house and move back in with family. So I did. And I found that I was coming back to a home that didn't have space for me because my old room was turned into an office. So I was sleeping on an office, basically a day bed. Nobody in the family really had the same interests as me. So a lot of my social interactions were online. So it was hard. In fact, I remember I was planning on writing a book that I might still do one day, but the book was going to be called Living Out of My Bathtub, because there was one moment, this music is appropriate for this, but so there was this one period of that part of my life when we had a bed bug problem, right? And so I was getting really upset because I just couldn't sleep with being nipped and everything. So I decided to try to sleep in the bathtub because I figured they're not going to come in the bathtub, right? The problem is that some members of my family would wake up early in the morning, like at 2, 3 in the morning, to go to the restroom. And seeing me just laying in the bathroom tub trying to sleep upset them. So I was asked to kindly go back to the bedroom and sleep. It was a hard part of my life. And so I'm wondering if we're going to experience something similar with our character here. Anyway, Pila? I have no idea what that is. All right, well, at least our girl still cares about safety, and we'll keep that here. Yeah, we'll hide that there. Hairbrush. Yeah. Like, I'm glad the music stopped, but it felt so bleak, Right, we don't really have a medicine cabinet, so I guess we'll put that there. Those first few notes of that last song just kind of felt so sad, didn't it? Now, I'm just checking something with the audio. Oh. Okay, let me actually fix the filter so you can get some, There we go. That should be a little better. All right, so I just fixed the audio so it's a little bit louder. Sorry that you had to stare at the bill case here. What is this? I know this is, there you go. I know that was, wait, you know, we got to do this right. There we go. Right, I think that's a facial cream. And this is deodorant. I'm pretty sure that's deodorant. I think that's Dove. And we found our toothbrush cup. Let's move this up here, actually. Cosmetic bag. The hair straightener. We'll put that here. I think those are tweezers, like for eyeliner, right? Well, not eyeliner, but why am I brain farting? We'll put that there because that feels like the right place for it. Honestly, thinking about that last level, I kind of suspected that things were going wrong because I saw none of her cosplay stuff, none of her D&D stuff. I guess we would want this facing the bed so that way when we're in bed we can just reach over and hit the alarm. Oh good, at least she still has her D20. And let's... Oh, I like this. There's a little bit of wear and tear on the desk. Yep, and here's the family. So we have a little sister. I'm guessing that's a family. Okay, so clearly the cat girl bard was our character. With the Walkman there. Just some soulful jams. Oh, we don't even have a place to hang these up. Oh, this sucks, you guys. No, we're putting all. Yeah, at least we have our soccer trophies. No, we want them here so they can be seen. Good, we're staying fit. Proud of you, Amy. You know, should I just headcanon this character's name is Amy at this point? So another reason why I've been thinking about Shardlight a lot is earlier today, in fact, I did an interview with Abe Goldfarb, a VA who did some work with Primordia and Pathfinder Kingmaker, the video game, as well as the Shardlight, which are two of those are games that I've played on this channel. So you'll see the Shardlight link in the corner right now. And you'll see the Primordia one right now. So, you know, check those out. Now, let's go ahead and continue. She has no room for her stuff. What's this? Is that a cookie? That's one of those cookie tins, isn't it? You know, I honestly loved those cookie tins growing up. Not so much anymore, but I'll admit it's because, you know, I just don't have the time for them. I shouldn't say I don't have the time for it. It's just that there are other things to buy, I should say. What is this? Is that a source book for something? You guys can't see it, obviously, but I'm leaning in real close trying to figure this out. There, we got that box done. What are these? Are these belts? I guess. That's a nice Nintendo handheld. We'll put that here for now. Yeah, we're absolutely putting the art tablet right dead in center because it's our spot now. We're gonna get back to it. I honestly believe in our girl. She's gonna make her bring her life back to where she is. She's gonna end up happy. Because I refuse to accept this is gonna be a sad game, you know? She deserves a happy ending. I'm getting emotional, god dang it. Alright, let's put this... markers... let's put them here. Hey, we still have our bag. So we'll put that here. We'll put our, yeah, let's put this here. Oh, so she did play the ukulele. I was actually afraid that she got into a hobby that whoever this other guy was forced her into a hobby she didn't really like. Especially when the music is like this sad. Jeez Louise. And what do we have here? I'm right-clicking on things to see if there's anything I can interact with. I don't know, this feels way too high because this is like a bug case, isn't it? Like for a lizard? I can already hear my partner pressing the lizard button on our server. We have the Eiffel Tower thing. Actually, now that I think about it, did we see the Eiffel Tower thing in the last level? Gonna have to review the footage and remind myself because I don't remember. You know, I just have one important question, and I hope that this game says the answer is yes. But where's Oinky Splinky? Oh, wait a minute. This is a one of those hot water bottles. You know, you stick them in the microwave for a little, because when I was growing up, my mom used it a lot because my mom was a nurse, and as a nurse, she had to, you know, obviously take care of a lot of stuff. And so she would get a lot of pains from that, especially because being in the military, the military kind of didn't treat her right, like they don't treat a lot of people right. So she was struggling. And so she used hot water bottles for her knees quite a lot growing up. All right, well, here's our memories book. I guess we'll have to move this over so we can fit it here. Oh, we're almost done. Blanky Splanky! Blinker Splinker! And one day I'm going to remember exactly what I called it, but you know what? Let's turn around and see how you're doing. Wait. Oh, I thought the ear was kind of clipped. Oh, none of that. A little faded, but hey, still filled with love. Also, oh no, we are putting this on the wall. Be proud of your accomplishments, girl. Brilliant. There we go. A book on learning the ukulele. So yeah, she does have a passion for music. So that's probably how we met up with the guy from the last level. There we go. I think that looks good. All right, let's go ahead and do this. The eraser! I was wondering where you went off to in the last level. And yeah, let's do that. And what is this? Oh, that's a Pokemon game. You can't fool me. You can't trick me, Unpacking. I can tell a Pokemon game when I see one. Because I remember when Pokemon X, was it XY? It was either XY or Black 2, White 2, right? One of those two eras. But I remember that my roommate at the time, because I was living in Baltimore, and I and my brother decided to leave our house, walk to GameStop to pick up our pre-orders because we all pre-ordered it and we wanted to walk over. And by the time we walk, like halfway across the way we walked to get there, we find out that apparently there just happened to be not a tour, a marathon running that day. So they had whole sections of the street blocked off, and we weren't allowed to get in because we weren't supposed to like interfere with the runners. But we really wanted to play Pokemon. So what we did, we actually walked up the road about half a block out of view of the cops. And we waited and timed it for when we could run into the marathon, ran for a little bit, and then ran off the street to the other side. So we do that, and I swear to God, the cop that had stopped us initially saw us and noticed us, but didn't do anything about it. So, you know, we lucked out perhaps, but we got our Pokemon games. And then we decided to go just hang out at the subway that was right across the street from it, so that until the marathon passed. And then we walked home. Anyway, that's one of my many midnight or day of release game stories. Also, what is this one? You know, because of this green part, I want to say that this is a Mario game, but because this looks like a Soldier Man, I want to say that's like not Contra. What's the funny Contra? Metal Slug. I want to say that's a Metal Slug game. I'm going to post some of those on the screen right here so that you can decide. All right, so what do you think? Metal Slug or Contra? Oh, we actually have to put those somewhere. Wait, duh! Wait, that's not the right space for that? Wait a minute, that's the boyfriend, isn't it? Hold on, I have an idea. Oh, hey, look, it's a frog. Hold on, we gotta look at the frog. And little kitty. Holly? Is that her name? You know what? Because here's the thing. Here's what I noticed. Notice how the, for everything else, the clip is in a part that wouldn't really affect the picture, right? But here, the clip is on the guy's face. So that has to be the boyfriend from the last game. So I think we know where this has to go. In the trash. Wait, can we... Oh, we can't do that? I thought we could put it in the trash. Oh. Well, I mean, I had a good idea, but apparently I was wrong. But where else could this go? Maybe under the bed? No. You know, I'm... Like, I was so sure it was trash. You know? So I'm gonna... Because yeah, I'm not sure where the picture goes. Because it would tell me, to me, it makes sense that it would go in the trash, right? Okay, and we're back. So yeah, so that's the correct place to put that. Hell yeah! We've rediscovered our childhood, everyone. Oh, what's this? All right, let's take a picture. All right, and let's get out of the photo mode. Now, what we found is that this is out of the way. It's a photo that our character doesn't want to throw away, but for whatever reason, I honestly would just throw it in the trash. Because, look, I'll be honest, I, like everyone I'm sure, but I've had a relationship with a past partner who, she did me dirty, I'll just say that. Without going into a lot of detail, there was a slow, separation when we just stopped really doing anything together. And finally I asked, what's up? And we mutually agreed that she just couldn't provide me the support that I needed. And so we broke things off 2 days before Valentine's Day. Not even 3 days later, 3 days later, exactly the day after Valentine's Day, she basically tells, we're in a group call, and she's bragging about how she had somebody over for sex, the day on, not Thanksgiving, on Valentine's Day, explaining that it was her tradition. Which is a really awful thing to say when you're in a call with your ex-girlfriend, you know? But, so I understand our character's desire to hide everything. But hey, we got through 2 levels today. And though it's kind of sad that we, have so little space to work with, it already feels a lot nicer. Wait, I have to check something. I need to see something. Oh, I was hoping it would let me hide it in next to the trash. So that, even if we're not going to throw it away right now, the option's there. But let's go ahead and end this level. My sister and I used to fight over this bathroom. June 2012. The following year, 2013. Beanbag. Hey, this is a happier tune. Boop, 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 boop. We're unpacking our lives, making our lives the way we want them to be. Don't let no mean old ex ruin your day. Don't let no bad circumstance be the thing that makes up your life's tale. Just live. Make your life happier than it ever was. Just live. Just live. Hey, cactus. Oh boy, this looks like a big... Hold on, how many rooms do we have? Oh, only 5, so that's not too bad. But we're going to go ahead and close it here. What an awesome game, and I enjoyed this level quite a lot. So, when this should be popping up on Friday, and earlier this week, or perhaps over the weekend, I haven't decided which, but an interview that I've done with Abe Goldfarb will be appearing. Abe is a VA and just super creative, super awesome dude that I met through bluesky, who is also a VA on some of the games that I've played on this channel. So keep an eye out for that. But anyway, as always, this is the Mommy Mouse wishing you a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and don't let anybody ruin your cool, because you deserve to be happy. So, good night, sweet dreams, love you. Mwah.